Hello everyone, how about painting these colorful roses in watercolors with me this time? Welcome to my channel, do stay with me till the end and let's paint together. As always, this is a watercolor paper block that I'll be using. It has several watercolor sheets pasted together at the edges and made firm. It has one corner free from where we can take out the pages later on with the help of a cutter. And the rest of the edges are pasted together so that they remain stuck together and firm, and we need not take out any page and tape it down to any surface, and this way they don't warp too. And this is my watercolor palette. These are artist grade watercolors and the shades are lemon yellow, chrome yellow, yellow ochre, orange, crimson red, rose madder, burnt sienna, raw umber, sap green, cobalt blue, cerulean blue, Prussian blue, a few other shades and a bit of black. Now since I am painting in watercolors, I am wetting the whole surface of the paper with water with the help of a wide brush. Now this time I haven't really marked out any composition of the roses with pencil. I'm just going to be painting them randomly. And if you are a beginner and would rather have the pencil work, then you may always go back to the initial image and compose your painting in pencils accordingly. I'm just introducing some bright colors as the first layer of the roses that I intend to do. Some nice bright crimson, some orange and some yellow, and I'll be doing a composition accordingly, and this is just the first layer, so we'll be adding more and more details later on. Also, I'm working in the wet and wet technique, and this is one of the techniques that is used in watercolors. And if you are a beginner and you would want to know more about such watercolor techniques that I used, I have 2 videos on my channel dedicated solely to the watercolor techniques. You may go and have a look. I am giving the link of the videos in the description below. Since this is a wet and wet technique, I am simply introducing the first layer into the wet surface which I had wetted earlier in the video, and so the colors are easily merging into each other with each other beautifully. And subsequently I'll be adding more and more layers and more details too. I'm adding some greens in the background too, and since the paper surface is still wet, you can see that the edges of each of those color patches are beautifully merged with each other. And that's the beauty of watercolors, and that's the beauty of the wet and wet technique of watercolors especially. And so in this way, let us block in the first layer and catch up in a while. And now I am removing some of the paint where I want the highlights of the petals to be, and this can be done simply by taking a wet brush and running it along the already painted surface. I am removing the paint of wherever the highlights of the petals are going to be, and this way we need not paint white later on for the highlights. And now I'll be adding subsequent layers and adding in more and more details along the way. Of course, while doing this, we will, as always, we'll have to take into consideration the direction of the light source. In this case, the light source is from the left hand side, and therefore all the sides facing the light source, the direction of the light source that is on the left hand side, all those surfaces will be in lighter tones, and all the surfaces against this light source that is on the right hand sides will be in dark tones, and similarly the shadows will be on the right hand side that is against the light. And so, keeping in mind all of these things, let us proceed to add in more and more layers with more and more details and catch up in a while again. And now, since the main 3 focal roses are almost done, I am adding in the shadows of these roses, which are, like I said earlier, they are going to be on the right hand sides of each of these roses, as that is the direction against the light. And now I'm wetting the face of the background roses so that I can work on them. But of course, since these are the background roses, I'm not going to add too many details, since I want to have the main focal point on the 3 main roses that we did till now. And so these background roses will have only a very few details in them, not too many. There will be sort of hazy shadings done and not very pronounced shadings will be done in that. So in this manner, let us proceed further. A few more layers and detailings here and there, and our painting is done. So I hope you liked the painting. If you liked it, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. Of course, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notifications for the future videos. And of course, I would like to have your comments too as to how you liked this video and whether whatever else you would like to see. You can also click on the end screens displayed here so that you get to watch other videos. So see you in the next video.